If you could have it all, when is it enough? In 2016, after a 4-year gap, Fujifilm released the successor to their flagship X-Pro2. The changes and improvements were significant enough to call it a worthy upgrade. A camera for those who actually love photography. But in a modern world where photography has become a zero-sum game of specs and soulless devices, what can be considered a worthy upgrade? When is it enough? For me, it's about how it feels to use the camera. Does it remove distractions? Does it make you intentional? Does it make you actually want to use it? What is so special about this 7-year-old camera? Well, it took a year of exploration to figure it out, to capture images that are worth sharing, and to write this video. It's good to be back. So this is what I consider to be the best X-Pro camera to date. This is the Fujifilm X-Pro2. A 7-year-old 24-megapixel APS-C rangefinder-style digital camera with a hybrid optical and electronic viewfinder is more than enough. These are a rare breed of cameras in today's soulless photography world. The X-Trans3 sensor on the X-Pro2 retains the organic film-like look from the X-Pro1, while modernizing it, giving you more megapixels, making it faster and more accurate. 24 megapixels is enough. I have printed my own work and done professional work with fewer megapixels than that. From the 12 megapixels of the original X100 to the 16 megapixels of the X100T and the X-Pro1. These look great on large prints and photo books as well. The magic of the X-Pro1 is the limited latitude and dynamic range and how that affects the roll-off of the highlights, so the image quality has already been there since 2012. The magic of the X-Pro2, however, is that it maintains the organic feel of the images while improving the image processing speed, the latitude, the autofocusing, the overall operation speed, adding new film simulations and physical changes to the camera. And it does this without destroying the legacy of the X-Pro series, without turning it into a small computer or a soulless device, like most manufacturers do actually, and that matters. Before we continue, let's appreciate how the camera looks and feels. Being proud of how your camera looks, accessorizing it and wanting to use it will help you greatly in your photography journey. It's not vain or superficial if it actually encourages you to always have it with you, to be present, to be vigilant, and to use the damn camera. So I always put a shutter release button on it and a matching camera strap. Makes it feel more personal, not just a random camera, but my camera, if that makes sense at all. The build quality is exceptional, a classic and timeless design that resembles film cameras from the past. It feels robust while being very small and light, at least compared to most digital cameras out there. Ideal for a traveler or a documentary or street photographer, or just for someone that will never leave their home without a camera, just like me. Having the option to change lenses is obviously great, but with the X-Pro series, the lens choice feels more intimate, more personal. Having a camera bag full of lenses that you never use only amplifies the paradox of choice. So for the past year, not only have I been testing the X-Pro2, but I also wanted to get out of my comfort zone and test different lenses as well. I tried several until I landed on the Fujifilm 35mm f1.4 lens, and boy, it's the perfect lens for this camera. I chose the older Fujinon 35mm f1.4 lens, not the new 33mm lens. I did own the new one briefly, but I didn't like it too much. I prefer the 35mm instead. And I will make a dedicated video on that eventually, but the character of the 35mm lens is a great match for the personality of the camera. My photography philosophy is very simple: character versus environment, be intentional, get out there and take photos. So choosing the right lens to get the right type of images that you want to get really matters. This lens also helped me apply my cinema background to my composition and frame my shots like they were stills from a movie by cropping to a 2:35:1 aspect ratio or CinemaScope ratio. This is something that I really wish Fujifilm included in all of their cameras. More selections for aspect ratios and shooting modes, including anamorphic lenses as well. I have mentioned this before, but I live inside the viewfinder while I'm shooting. It allows me to give my full attention to the moment, the frame, and focus. And being right eye dominant, the rangefinder-style viewfinder elevates my shooting experience. The hybrid viewfinder is a joy to use. Not only do you have the optical and electronic viewfinder, but you can also have an electronic rangefinder, or ERF. A dual view option that combines the analog feel of the optical viewfinder with an electronic magnification screen. This is not my preferred way of using the viewfinder. However, in my experience, the ERF is actually very useful when you're using manual lenses and shooting manually. The ERF, combined with more peaking options and peaking colors, which are very lacking on the X-Pro1, make the manual shooting experience very pleasant. Not to mention that it also saves tons of battery life. The addition of the diopter dial is a blessing. This dial allows you to quickly adjust the focus of the viewfinder displays without using adapter rings. And it's definitely a nice upgrade, especially if, like me, you wear glasses. The first time I shot with classic chrome, I was in awe. I could not believe digital cameras were capable of this organic look. It was my first digital camera, a Use X100T, and that was it really, the beginning of my photography journey. You could say it's all due to classic chrome. I know it's a common film simulation, but I know how it feels to use it for the first time and be completely blown away. And since the X-Pro2 is the first X-Pro camera to have classic chrome, I figured it was just worth mentioning. Customizing your profiles and fine-tuning your simulation recipes is one of the joys of the Fujifilm cameras. And last but not least, all the little things that quickly add up. Like an improved mechanical shutter that goes up to 1/8,000 of a second, which is especially great for street photography. A dual SD card slot that offers redundancy and safety for your work in an ever-increasing digital world. The already mentioned improved optical and electronic viewfinder with a new diopter adjustment dial. The rugged body design, and the fact that the camera is weather sealed. The fact that I found mine used in good condition with box and all the original accessories for under 850 Canadian dollars or 650 American dollars. So yes, the little things can add up, but these mean absolutely nothing if you don't actually make time or put effort to practice the craft. I'm not here to sell you on the X-Pro2. I own all of the X-Pro cameras and I use them all. If you do like them and if you do end up getting one, it does not change my life at all. I am here, however, to answer the question that I asked you at the very beginning of this video. If you could have it all, when is it enough? Well, the X-Pro2 is enough. Stop wasting your time focusing on meaningless specs on a piece of paper. Start focusing your time and energy on mastering your skills, developing your own voice and tone, and practicing the craft. Don't let life, work, responsibilities, and ideal specs on a piece of paper paralyze you into inaction. Do yourself a favor and get out there. Chase the sunlight, chase the moonlight, capture moments in time, and create memories. Iterations drive the learning curve. To grow and learn, we must iterate. Test new gear, try out new things, print your work, explore new sites, and improving on the techniques that you have already learned is the way to go. However, iterating can be costly. So, with the goal in mind to become a full-time creator, I have started a Patreon page. With your ongoing support through Patreon, you will help make this channel ad-free and sponsor-free. No more reviews of free products, just reviews. In return, you will have access to exclusive content, like behind-the-scenes and breakdown videos, current and future items from my digital store, starting right now with my brand new Fujifilm wallpaper packs, featuring the Fuji body cap and the Fujifilm X-Pro2. If these wallpaper packs are popular, then every single camera that I have reviewed and will review in the future will have one of those, and you can get them right here on Patreon, or you can buy them individually as well. You also get your name at the end of each video to say thank you for your support, and you do get my sincere gratitude. Thank you very much for your support, and as always, get out there, capture moments in time, and create memories. Thank you.